Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, and today on Pillar Plays PC Games, HoloCure. I've unlocked everyone because I wanted to. I just have some money to spend on things. Uh, Pickup range, special, critical. Yeah, my attack is as fast as it's going to be. Let's get some extra HP, some extra damage. Go for that combat. And more food drop, just because. Alright, let's go play. So yeah, this game's a lot of fun. Let's play with, the person in hololive that got me into VTubers in the first place. Kiara. Firebird. Stage mode. Time mode. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So yeah, let's go with it. Best time, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. 10 out of 10, hey. Alright. Yeah, this is a nice little fun game of excuse me. Going around fighting fighting fans to knock sense back into them because they've they've gone crazy. And if you're new to the realm of hololive, it's a fun way to see some of the in jokes and other references and all that. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have the sound or music. It's just if I'm doing stuff with YouTube, I just need to be absolutely sure I'm not gonna be bonked on the head by their um, aggressive copyright detection. So there may be a day in the future where I proceed to have the sound on in the game. I don't know when, but for the time being, I just need to play as safe as possible. I'm not yet monetized, but in the event that I do get it, I don't want to have that potential get risked for something like that. Ooh, hold on. So apparently, the game this is inspired by Vampire Survivors. I've not played it. Um, but I like this game for precisely because it looks colorful and kind of happy and fun. I don't know, just games that are all like dark and gritty and stuff. It's kind of hard for me to get into those too much. Oh yeah, one of the things you can do with the game is I believe holding a certain arrow or holding a certain button down, like the confirm button, lets you strafe, so you can maintain the direction you're facing while attacking. then your other button is for your special. But yeah, I freaking love hololive and vtubers in general. They're just working so hard, damn it. I was watching like a Hako stream last night and just showing off his cooking skills, and it's like, man, that's cool. He's very passionate about cooking, and you see what people are passionate about in this, and I just have a lot of respect for that. It takes guts to take what you're passionate about and share it with people, because some people are total jerks who will just piss on what you're passionate about or tell you it's never going to work, you're just going to be a starving artist or whatever. I hate it when people do that. Really could do with more supportive people saying, you're passionate about this, more power to you. You know, go for it. Go for that dream. Make it real. Make it happen. Believe. Wow, that just made her sword massive. Fire! Like the line bolts in the game, you can just improve your stuff. Yeah. I'm glad that VTubers are a thing, because it's an interesting form of entertainment, while showing people kind of, okay, yeah, there's behind a virtual avatar, but I feel like they're keeping it real with the things they're passionate about and all that. And what other forms of entertainment are like that, you know? All these scripted shows are get too deep into cliches and whatever. It's like, really. I think it's a symptom of me spending too much time on TV tropes. But anyway, and it's still called reality shows. That they're called reality shows, but man, they sometimes feel just fake and insincere. It's like, what is that? I just can't do it. I just can't get into those shows. But you know, VTubers and online streamers have, and people making videos and all sorts of fun stuff on YouTube and wherever. You know, that's more what I like. And I'm grateful for it. I wish I could do more support beside, you know, in terms of like super chats and all that, but my finances are kind of shit right now, so I just do what I can to watch like stuff on Twitter. Sometimes Twitter though. Well, For what it's worth, even if I can see that stuff on Twitter, I just try not to get too involved with it. There's always something people want to start stuff over. It's just like, come on. I just feel like the important thing is to focus on positives when you can. And just be supportive. All right. But yeah, I was really happy when this game became a thing. It's like, okay, get to run around. You don't have to worry about pushing the attack, pushing down an attack button. You just automatically attack unless you want to do special. And it's featuring the VTubers that I know and respect and or love, and that makes me really happy to have this as a form of interaction and so on. That's why I like having the Vice Sports cards for Hololive. I I know they're doing another edition with the more recent, like Yen and ID and all that. And I want to start saving for. I want to save up to get at least 2 boxes of that, just because. I think Vice Schwartz is a solid game. It is. I would love to play it with people, but I'm just happy to have the cards too. It's always kind of fun to see what games are made with certain franchises and all that. Like I know they've been talking about the um, Lord of the Rings expansion for or studying for Magic the Gathering. I remember Decipher's Lord of the Rings game. I remember it fairly well. As one person put it, it's like having two movies. One player as one movie and another player as the other. So you'll have your fellowship with your ring bearer. You'll have an opportunity to get more over the course of the game. But playing anything that helps you gives your opponent the power to unleash enemies and such on you. So like you'll play Aragorn and some armor and a sword on your turn, and then you'll move to the next location, and then your opponent will have what you did to what you got. Um, the costs of those things, the location, the companion, the armor, and we'll spend them on minions and other effects to just cause absolute hell for you. Crap. Staying alive. Alright. And then the game. You won the game as the good guys. you won the game by either getting your fellowship to Mount Doom and or the ninth location and throwing the ring away forever, or by defeating the ring bearer. The ring bearer could take on corruption to make use of the ring's power. But getting fully corrupted means the ring bearer's beyond saving, and you'd lose instantly. I believe there's if you had Sam as a fellowship member, and your ring bearer was corrupted, he could take over. It's also possible to have people other than Frodo be the ring bearer, like Gimli. Or I want to say Galadriel. Although if you're playing as her, and you're playing against a particular opposing faction that had a specific card that could do it, you're at risk of losing like instantly. So it's generally not the wisest of ideas to play as her unless you were well prepared for that possibility. But then again, very rarely did anyone make use of it. Yeah, I'm not beating my current best time on this one. That's alright. And then there's also dot hack enemy, which was along similar lines. You have either playing as your party or playing as your encounter monsters. And you need to have your party be strong enough to fend off your opponent's monsters while sending your own. And if you could send your monsters against your opponent and get through them, you'd score them. If not, then your opponent would have their turn to build up their own side. Let's try a strategy this time. Yeah. I was trying out lots of different card games back then, man. Lord of the Rings, there was Dot Hack Enemy, the classics, the classic trinity by now of Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I played all of them. There was a version of the Digimon card game that I had a deck and rules for. There was the older version that I had cards for and no rules, but apparently that one's like broken as hell anyway. What others? I have the not exactly. I have the weird approach card game called Anachronism. Sorry, I'm drinking my tea because gotta keep my just thirsty today. Which, rather than having a deck of cards that you draw randomly from, you have the set of 5 that you make. And then you decide what order to use them. And just play it on this combat grid. What others? There's Flesh and Blood that I'm trying to get rid of my cards for, and apparently no one's communicating down at the game store about, hey, check out these cards. You know, they're on sale. Ooh. Why do my hiccups sound so weird? Got to play a demo for one game that was like fantasy themed, medieval like. Where you can accumulate gold, but your mana would, your magic would regenerate or recover to its full amount. I forget how that one went completely. If I remember right, the person demonstrating that game and Lord of the Rings and Anachronism and Dot Hack Enemy is the there's a guy who's currently running one of the other stores in town. So I'm glad he's got that going. It's a nice store, you know. I don't really visit it much these days because shifting priorities, but I might. I was trying to get something going for freaking Vice Schwartz over there, but it just didn't work out. And that's where I was getting my Flesh and Blood stuff too. I was looking at like the freaking rarity stuff. For Flesh and Blood, and holy crap, I was surprised I pulled Ghostly Touch out of 18. It took 18 freaking Uprising boosters to get that one. It's like, okay, what is this going for? And it's going for about just under what it cost me to freaking pull it in the first place. So I was like, okay, interesting. It's not a bad game. It's just I have a hard time getting into it. like I thought I would. It's probably why I'm sticking with the Vice Sports stuff. Anyway, this is along similar lines of why I'm sticking with this game. Because it's more colorful and fun looking and such. Oh, it's already enchanted. Hold up. Yeah, you can enchant stuff that has like more damage, more range, and such. You can unleash fire and water. Fun. Hmm. Just gritty, grim, dark stuff is just kind of starting to bore me a bit. Oh, if you're coming from Twitter and you're wondering, okay, what the hell anime did I get from the anime store? Um, I will just say that it is a fun spin-off of a somewhat darker series, and I'll leave it at that. Also, if I thought, oh hey, I would actually like to have a copy of this, I probably should have checked eBay first. But here's the thing. Having a local anime store for once is really freaking awesome. And I want to support it because continuing to buy shit on eBay and Amazon does not support anything local. And it's just that local experience is really important, you know. I'm grateful for the convenience of online shit, but without local stuff, we're just gonna be empty. Aside from like grocery stores and at least the grocery stores that are staying open, because they've closed a number of them over the years due to mergers and issues with shoplifting and everything else. Like, ah, crap. Yeah, I work in retail. Excuse me. And shoplifting sucks so much. It's like, oh, there's people talk about, oh, there's insurance. There's insurance. Don't worry about it. There's insurance. That's beside the point. You know, stores are getting closed and such. And what are for people who lose retail, their job in retail, where else do they go? You know, if that sector is shrinking, where the hell do you go? You know, I have my I have my associate's degree to be an administrative assistant. Last time I tried uh, applying for a job that would make use of it. It turns out not having a car is an instant disqualifier. So, and having a car these days when gas is nuts and everything else. Drivers are out of their freaking minds. Let's put you out of range. It's just, I just find it better not to deal with the expense and the madness lately. Enchantment. Improved critical damage. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder about this town sometimes. No, at least the mall's still going. At least there's still stores there. But it's been the absence of Sears is very noticeable. I mean, yeah. It's, it's either that's location or the empty Kmart that gets used by this freaking spirit store every freaking year. Oh, there's another thing I miss is having a consistent costume store. Don't get me wrong, Spirit's got some nice stuff, but having a place that was open year round and had a lot more unique items to it is way more, is I think better. You know, someone who could stitch things and make modifications. I think that's part of why I ended up taking up stitching anyway, was so that if anything happened, I could take care of my own costume stuff. Okay, I hope that muted because I had to sneeze. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, if I had the resources to do it, I would love to have a costume store um, be around and be. I love to have a costume store in this town again. You know, just consistently. But I think one of the things I would need to do is step up my own skills and um, stitching and actually using a sewing machine for once. I tried using it before, but it's just something about it threw me off. Uh, Maybe if I actually spent more time with the machine, I'd get used to it. But I have to wonder what this town really needs in the first place. Oh, this is a new one. A little shorter. Oh, actually, I've gotten this one before. Anyway. Yeah. Once again, I'm not beating my time, but it's still fun. Yeah, the game has a lot of other environments as well, like the field for its first um, area, the office for the second one, the haunted house. I've gotten through the hard mode of the first stage once or twice. I need to actually go um, try out the hard mode of the second stage at some point. Damn, I was gonna get that stamp and sell it. Shop. Hey, money. Let's have some fun with the gacha, just because. That'll be the character I play with next time. Gura. Oh yeah, there's the other thing. So achievements, fandoms. Random skills. Get more wins or gacha rank 21. Clear all the stages. Which I'll probably do at some point. But anyway, this is HoloCure. It's free. Go find it. It's by KU KAYYU. Great game. Again, I wish I could have the sounding music on without worrying if YouTube was going to kick my ass for it. But if this looks like a lot of fun, I hope you'll check it out. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. This has been Pillar Nexus. I'll see you next time.